All right, coming up to you is an election overview for Imo State Union of South Africa.
For the interest of the union and the interest of the state, it was suspended, not cancelled.
As an observer,
I love both of them.
the election from the look of things is not going to vote today.
I was an atom of region in the election.
The annex chairman will confirm.
The Election Commission of Imo State Union, South Africa has announced the suspension of the union's election at Region E of the Johannesburg Metropolitan Municipality, Orange Grove, South Africa.
This is the occasion of the election of the next president of Imo State Union, South Africa, Isusa. We're going to choose a leader that will take Imo State Union to the next level. I can see everyone is in high spirits, and there's a strong desire to ensure that there is a change. And I do believe, out of the contestants of today, that our people will make the proper choice. Thank you.
By God's grace, the treasurer of the Isusa, South Africa. Actually, we have come here for the election. Definitely, we need for the best. We need the best. We want to make sure that Imo State have one mind and build up in South Africa to make sure that we take the leadership from here to home, to make sure that we establish our home down Imo State in Nigeria. 30 minutes from now, we will go inside for the casting of the vote.
With open communication and consensus-based decision-making that is based on the union's constitution, there remains a hope that Imo State potential in South Africa shall be achieved, realized, and all barriers conquered for the benefit of the indigenous people of Imo State who live in South Africa.
My prediction is that the best candidate should win. We'll do our best so that the best candidate will emerge to take us to the next level.
Among the two outstanding candidates, which of them are you in support of? Do you think that will take Imo State Union forward?
Actually, both candidates are very, very good. I mean, I love both of them. They're all good, but you know, in every competition, there must be something hard to say. If you actually choose, I'll choose our best.
Today is a great day for every Imo members, comrades and fellow Imolites, because we are electing the new incoming president who will take over from High Chief Kingsley Onukogo, Onwa 1 of Obo. From the look of things, only one person will win. And from my understanding, after we have done our several homeworks perfectly, the incoming president today is going to no other person than High Chief Chinedu Odikwesieme Omudo 1, and not one of Amanato Ihito with Ancient Kingdom. One is because he's got all the parameters, the characteristics, the characters, the humility, the resonancy, and the humbleness, and whatever it takes to become the new leader that will take over from Onwa of Obo. All about Isusa president is someone who moved the association from where it is now to the, to the highest level where Isusa is supposed to be. So no other person that the cap fits except High Chief Chinedu Odikwesieme Omudo 1 of Ihito Ancient Kingdom.
Honorable Odnaka Chukwusi Onwemenyi, the Secretary General, Amuroma the Development Union here in South Africa. We are here today to vote for our brother, Uche Uche.
All right, moving forward from this point, we test the leadership abilities of the current administration. Those who are elected to serve Imo State by prioritizing cooperation over division, practical solution over empty promises, and the well-being of all members over special interest.
Honorable Chinedu Nabuke. I'm from Obrekwe in Isu local government, Imo State. And by his grace, the chairman of Obrekwe Development Union, South African branch. Treasurer, Diamond International. I'm very pleased and grateful for this interview. Today is Imo State Day. Imo State, Union of South Africa, about here. Let's test their faith for the new president. Ghanaian lead this organization here in South Africa. We are still waiting for INEC officials to come back to us.
So, I na-asị ka dochie himself ibute ọgụnamba ka hapụ ya after 6 months.
Afọ m bụ Chukwuemeka Louis Agena. Mụnwa ihe eji m akwara m bụ esi Ikonne na Free State. So I want to email observe. I want to delegates in the Imo State Union, Free State chapter. I want delegates. I hope that I be a model at the election. So when we to vote, we make if I name an agaga.
I'm the General Secretary of Imo State Union Free State chapter, and I'm one of the delegates assembled to come and observe and see how the election will unfold. So, and to cast our own vote as well in our support of the presidential national election, which is currently taking place today.
I'm the chairman of Imo State Union, Free State. With the look of things, I think the election is going to hold. You know, in things like this is an election whereby sometimes we disagree to agree.
From the look of things, do you think the election is still going to proceed?
For me, the election is supposed to be proceed, but I don't know our people, the way they are behaving, I don't understand. When I look at the election must be postponed as I'm seeing it, because there is a lot of confusion everywhere.
This current administration stands the best chance of fulfilling the hope entrusted to it through a democratic process.
Who believe in the election I hold, and I am going without the right person, they move Imo Union, South Africa, forward. Or if I do my I see here the Free State, yeah, and I have I seen again, I cancel all election. Come on, I have here, come on, I the modern Dimo national Dimo state. I went Ike. It did not go to wine. I happy because I said obodo onye ọbụla wee onwere eze enwere. Mụnwa believe in election na ọ ga-aga n'ihu. Na emechakwa emere enu emara anyị. Mụnwa na-egwu isi ka ọ bụrụ ihe a ga-emecha onye ọbụla enwekwa obi aṅụrị ọnụ. Ndewo.
The president and the grand patron of Imo State Union, South Africa.
We are here for the purposes of election. We elect new leadership every 3 years. Come to the end of the tenure of High Chief. So, as a Democrat, he wants a new regime. So we have come for election.
According to the statement released by the Commission, the two main candidates for the position of the Union's president, Sabest and Chief Omudo, did not meet the eligibility requirements as outlined in the Union's constitution.
I'm actually the secretary of the election committee. We have little differences and little trouble regarding the election because candidates vying for the position, all of them have a little constitution differences. They did not really complete with the constitution requirements. So with that, since they couldn't bring what is required for the election, to stand for the election, we decided to postpone it until further notice.
The Constitution clearly stated that any member in good standing can vote for any candidate of their choice. However, investigations carried out by the Commission's verification team revealed that new members flooded in to support and vote for Sabest, which, according to them, was inappropriate.
Today is supposed to be the election, but when we see the environment was not right, we have sit and have a mutual agreement to suspend this election today.
As such, the Commission claims to exercise its duty to uphold the integrity of the electoral process and ensure compliance within the legal framework governing the Union's election.
The congregation who have supported Sabest have refused for the election to be rigged. That is why actually the election is cancelled. So we are not happy, but in everything we give thanks to God. We are going to readdress and see how forward we go about the election next time.
My name is Honorable Uche Uche Sabest, Presidential Aspirant, Imo State Union South African Branch 2023/26 election. Due to one reason or the other, it was suspended, not cancelled.
and the suspension for the interest of Imo State. Ihe niile anyị jiri ọgbakọ ebe a today, or ihe ejiri hiwe Imo Union, or maka interest and well-being of the entire Imo. And as a leader who is aspiring to be the president, I will not support any election that will not satisfy both the member and the entire people surrounding them. On that note, we anonymously decided that the election will be suspended until further notice.
While the decision to suspend the polls was difficult, it was necessary to guarantee a fair and free election for all members as per their democratic rights. The Commission has announced that a new date shall be determined once all candidates are confirmed eligible.
Hashim Shinedu Onegeseme Onye Zomodo Opapezora 1 Victoria Kingdom, presidential candidate of Isusa 2023. Our Imolites, they are all here today to cast their vote and to choose a leader. But then, for the interest of the union and the interest of the state, with the presidential candidate, I myself, after randomly discussion had today, we decided to suspend the election for now until further notice.
Honorable Uchechukwu Obion, the Knight of the Catholic Church. I'm the Secretary of the State. I've always believed, having been a former Secretary of Ohanese, that whatever it is, Igbo land has two states. It's either you're the older number or you're the old Imo State. What happened today is not it's not a mistake. It's not something that never happened before. Imo State welcome back. We're a big state. And it's good that it's happened. But my disappointment is our structures from the provinces. Today I had the other 5 provincial chapters that were presented here. From the Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Northern Cape, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and Western. Now they are finding their way home. Whatever happened here today, I'm happy that there was no fight, there was no bloodshed. I give glory to God. The rest we can correct. We are human beings, we are imperfect.
Sorry, sir. Today, everyone has been telling us something happened, and nobody wants to shed light on what happened, why the election was.
In a simple English, yes. Maybe I will belittle the state here. The 2 candidates that were vying for the position of the presidency were found not competent enough, considering the constitution of the country.
Okay, sir. As a journalist, I have to be blunt with you, sir. Which means that the Electoral Commission that conducted this election was not good enough, meaning that in an inspection, the executive of Imo State did not select capable people for the electoral committee.
I'll give you 100% of that. As the chief admin, I take that blame. Where we come from, all the way from Nigeria, we always say, let's give the new or the youth or the fresh blood a chance to do something. That's actually what happened to the selection of this electoral committee. We wanted to bring in new blood, and you can see their inexperience have actually put us in this position.
All right, because looking at the situation of things, I believe there have been a screening before it gets to this point. Why didn't they do that from the beginning?
There was a screening, but the thing is that today the interest becomes so much. And your colleague knows me very well. When you talk about election and politics, the most constant thing is interest. So the interest that was generated today was overwhelming that there's no way we can avoid what was going wrong. So we decided to obey the interests of the public.
So I thank every one of you who are here and the media who are making up their time to come today to cover this glorious event. Thank you all.
All right, the application of an exceptional leadership skill will be an assurance that the potential of Imo State Union in South Africa can be achieved for the benefit of today and the future generations to come. Still more to come. Let's leave it here for now. Nelson C. Akachukwu.